We'd first like to thank Golfweek for acknowledging our father. We certainly agree with your choice, and what I thought is I'd tell you a few things about him today, and you know what it was like growing up the son of a golf professional and Jackie Seawood. But going back, you know, my dad is always he's very unique in the way he approaches everything, and every decision he ever makes. Fame, money has nothing to do with the decision. It is always about what is right to do and what your passion is to do with that. And getting out of college, you know, he was offered insurance jobs, he was offered, you know, investment stockbrokers, even to run the family accounting firm. He turned them all down to be a golf professional. In the 60s, golf professionals didn't make much money, but that was his passion, and it's obviously he chose the right course. I know a lot of you today are from all over the country, and unless you're from the South Carolina area, you may not have heard of Jackie Seawood. And you know, because of that, that's also why we think he got it right in this decision. And partly that you may have not heard is not from, you know, his talents and his skill is every time he's ever been called to be Teacher of the Year, he declined. Every time he's been called to be Merchandiser of the Year, he politely declined. When Golfweek called nominate him Father of the Year, he declined. And that night, my mother called all of us and said, "You won't believe what your dad has done this time." And, so we all got on the phone and urged him that you got to accept this. I know you don't want the award, but you got to accept it for our sake, all the grandkids' sake. So we're glad they called back the next morning. They asked him to sleep on it, and here we are today. But a lot of things that make him great in the golf business. If you've ever been fortunate to take a lesson from him, you instantly see his passion for golf. You see his knowledge. He has such a great way of simply communicating a complex golf swing and breaking it down to the absolutes. You know, he'll expel out. You know, whether you're an engineer, he'll get into the specifics, or he'll take someone who's very simplistic like me and just break it down very simple. And because of that, he's had so many talented players come through. Put so many people in Division I golf. Many of his players have gone on to be on the PGA Tour, and everyone who's ever took a lesson from it. It's just amazing how much he knows about the golf swing. His knowledge of the golf business, you know, it's incredible. You know, he's been at public courses, he's been to the ultra exclusive courses. He's held every job in the golf business. He's been a superintendent, he's been a golf pro, he's been a direct food and beverage, the general manager. He has held every position. Unbelievable how he communicates his knowledge through policies. Even my brother, who's a Class A professional, has always felt that, you know, maybe the best thing for him would be the PGA of America or the USGA to kind of bring him in and tap into his knowledge on policies. He's always been ahead, you know, of the industry and his policies. And a case in point, earlier this year, at 71 years old, he decided to buy a golf course. This golf course was hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt. It was on its way to foreclosure. Within 2 months of him taking over the club, all the back debt had been paid. The club is now profitable. And it's unbelievable how quick he can turn around a failing golf club. But it's because he sees things. He focuses around the numbers. He focuses around other people, not himself. And that radiates through people. And it's really amazing if you're ever in Aiken, South Carolina, to see what he has done with his club. Anyway, and growing up the son of a golf professional, you know, I've always kind of compared it to growing up the son of a farmer. You know, it's not a normal life, but it's extraordinary. It's a wonderful life. And you know, one of the things that I'm sure many of the people here, you challenge is that there's a dedication to your job, and there's a dedication to your family. And sometimes it's tough to meet both. One of the amazing things of growing up, the son of Jackie Seawood, was he found a way to be completely dedicated to his job, be the best at that, but he was also a dedicated father. And how he did that is we were involved at the golf course. You know, we certainly got up early in the morning and brought the carts up. He also let us sit on important business meetings. And so what that did to us was we were together as a family. And it's amazing when we sit back and as a family we talk about those great years of helping Dad. And of course, it was truly a as we stand today, he continually urges, us, follow your dream, follow your passion. Money will take care of itself. It's always easy to say that, but, sometimes that's challenging. And one of the best examples of that is my brother Jay, who's a golfer. We go back 16 years. He was a coach at Anderson Junior College. He had a child. He had one on the way. He was making $15,000 a year. Could not put food on the table. He was offered a job. He was going to have to get away from his dream. And my dad said, look, we'll find a way to make it work. You're going to have to work with Tel. We'll find a way. So they kind of made up a plan. We had a driving range at that time. Jay boarded the driving range every morning, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. He went to be the golf coach. 5 p.m. came around. He worked from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. These 15, 16-hour days taught a lot to my brother, but he kept him focused on his dream. This past year, my brother Jay is now the head golf coach at the University of Alabama, which they won the national championship. So really. Anyway, and as I close, what a wonderful event to have here, and getting the fathers and sons together, enjoying competition in golf. And obviously, everyone here is an avid golfer. If you're an avid golfer, you've always, sat on the practice green and dreamt about winning the Masters, winning the U.S. Open, how important that would be, how that would change your life, how that would impact other lives. And as I look at my 2 3-year-olds in front of me today, it's amazing how kids change their perspective. And now my playing days are over, and the tournament that I am in,